welcome to the English Language Learning Podcast, where you're here to listen, to think in English, to English, in English, to English, to English, in English. You need practice, you need native sounding English, but more than anything, you just need a place to have English words and sounds and topics in English that you can kind of explore and have an opportunity to do something to improve or advance your English skills, right? That's the purpose of the podcast, is for you to have a place with topics, some serious, some silly, but all of them in English and good practice for you, right? So here we go. Esports is more exciting than physical sports. Esports. What is that electronic, right? Esports. E would stand for, yeah, electronic. Esports, I think it should say are more exciting. We already have a grammatical error in the title, but this presumably is a native speaker, so look at that. Esports, I'm going to read the title exactly as they wrote it. So, esports is more exciting than physical sports, and they put THENE as an egg. That's also grammatically incorrect, right? But the pronunciation is the same, right? When you're saying então or que, né? Esportes são mais animados que esportes fisicais or esportes reais. In English, it's THEN is então, which they wrote here. When you're comparing something, comparação, we don't use então. In Portuguese, you use que, and in English, you use then, THAN, then. But hold on, too far. We're not doing the English yet. So, the title, again, esports is more exciting than physical sports. And here is the explanation. I feel that there is a lot more competitive spirit and more exciting gameplay than sports you play in real life, like soccer or hockey. There's a lot of skill and things that can happen in esports, especially in games like Counter-Strike Go, for example. It's more fun personally, and I think easier for people to just hop in a match and play and enjoy the game, unlike in real life sports where you need to buy lots of gear every year to fit you if you're still growing and all the physical exercise. I like computers and video games and not going outside. Yes, I know I'm basically a Discord moderator. Also, stop talking about grass. That's a myth. Okay, so this person is making the case for esports being more exciting than physical sports. There's a lot here. I think in Brazil too. This was a this was an election type topic, right? That's so strange to imagine that esports being sports or being tech is a very serious topic here in Brazil. Very serious. I don't know, but this was a serious topic to a lot of people. In the next segment, though, we will not talk about esports. We will talk about grammar and vocabulary from the reading. You can find the link to this that I'm reading in the info section on the YouTube page, okay? Or you can type in reddit.com, reddit.com, and then the title of the post, esports is more exciting than physical sports. Next segment, English. All right, welcome back. Let's break down the English from the text that we were reading. What lights turning on and off? No. Okay. Competitive spirit. Well, we got to go back, right? I already mentioned in the headline, the title by user Kelcon3, that it's bad English. It's just in pronunciation, not really, but in the writing, yes. Esports, plural. It depends, really. Esports, is this a uncountable noun? Like sports is, sports are, sports is. Sports is, sports are. Well, I think this should be plural, but why don't we consult the internet because we have it uncountable? No, not sport. Sports. Well, in American English, this is from EnglishClub.com. In American English, sports can be used for uncountable as well as plural countable meanings. Um, yeah, I think sports, we're going to be using it plural because there's many different versions of esports, right? There's different categories, just like in sports, there are different categories. So I'm going to say it's plural, as also according to my research. Esports are, right, if it's plural, the to be form, when you're comparing something, when you're just making a general present simple comment, present simple, general facts, routines, habits, right? Not eu vou ao mercado agora, ciao. No, no, that's present continuous or future. Present simple, routine, habit, general facts. When you're making a comparison, it falls under the general fact category. It's an opinion, but it's a fact for somebody. This person is saying to him or her, è un fatto che esports are more exciting than physical sports. Now, written English, inglês escrito, é diferente que o inglês falado, né? Falado, T-H-E-N e T-H-A-N, é a mesma coisa. Às vezes tem pessoas que falam T-H-A-N, than, e T-H-E-N, then, mas você notou uma diferença? Você observou uma diferença grande? Se sim, oh, parabéns. Se não, fica tranquilo, é normal. English native English speakers, we do not register a difference speaking between THN and THAN in English, than or then, right? Maybe there's a small difference, but if we're just talking casually, there is no difference. And people never, you would never have someone stop you when you're speaking in English and ask you qual then você está usando ou referindo, né? Você está usando THN ou THAN? No, it would never happen. This is a written English difference, right? Esports are more exciting than or than physical sports. Normalmente THN, THAN não é um nome, não é um verbo. Então, quando estamos falando, o som do vocal é diminuído. So again, esports is more exciting than physical sports. Dun, dun. Mais ou menos estamos falando só T-H-I-N. T-H-N. T-H-N. E o som do vocal. Esports are more exciting than physical sports. You hear esports, you hear exciting, and you hear physical sports, right? And our nossos cérebros está fazendo o cálculo, a matemática do está comparando alguma coisa, tem um verbo are, tem o adjetivo more, o advérbio more, e tem o comparativo que, né? Mas essa informação é mais inferido que falado claramente. Esports are more exciting than physical sports. What else? Competitive spirit. Espírito competitivo. Competitive spirit. Espírito competitivo. Gameplay, jogabilidade. I feel that there is a lot more competitive spirit and more exciting gameplay than sports you play in real life. Skill. There's a lot of skill and things that can happen in esports. Skill is habilidade, dom, ability, to hop. It's more fun personally, and I think easier for people to just hop in a match or a game and play. I think it's easier for people to just hop in a match and play. Hop in a match para pular partido, jogo, to join, unir, to hop in, to join a match or something. To hop in would be to join. Listen to the pronunciation of this because we just mentioned inglês falado e inglês escrito. Hop in a match and play. I'm going to say it naturally. I think it's easier for people to just hop in a match and play. Let's go back to a little bit. For. I think easier for people to just hop in a match and play. I think easier for people to just hop in a match and play. For people to just in a match and play. So for diminuído, to diminuído, in a diminuído. I think mais amplio, mais amplificado, people amplificado, hop amplificado, match amplificado, play amplificado. Nomes e verbos amplificados, preposições diminuídos. Isso é porque o inglês falado é mais difícil entender e mais confuso, né? Sem relação ao dialecto ou sotaque, né? This is not something related to accent, although accents can change this a little bit. But when you get a sentence, I think easier for people to just hop in a match and play. When you hear this naturally, I think easier for people to just hop in a match and play. Let's keep going though. IRL, unlike IRL sports where you need to buy lots of gear, equipamento, in real life, IRL are letters that we use on the internet to mean in real life. Como seria em português, in real life? EVR, em vida real. There you go. Gear, GEAR. You play real sports outside in real life. You need gear. You need equipamento, equipment. That I believe he mentions Discord moderator. Discord is a social media thing, place, app. And he also or she also the last comment is also stop talking about grass. That's a myth. Eu não tipo dos pessoas que jogam videogames nunca saem da casa e acham que o grass, o chão, a terra mesmo é um mito que não existe de real, só num jogo, né? Só é uma brincadeira. Coming up in our final segment, questions, conversation about esports, about video games, and the comparison between esports and physical sports. In this last segment, we will review some questions and conversation about the topic esports, comparing them to physical sports. So let's just hop in. Do you or anyone you know watch other people play video games? Why or why not? Do you or anyone you know watch other people play video games? Por quê? Por que não? Se você ou qualquer pessoa ou alguém que você conhece assiste outras pessoas jogando videogames. Personally, let's start with me first. As personal as possible. I do watch one YouTuber play a strategy, a real time strategy game. I don't do, and do I play the game? My computer não me deixa jogar. My computer does not have that power. So no, I do not play the game. I have played the game. Eu já joguei, né? Eu já joguei. When we use já, that means we're using present perfect, probably in English. I have played the game Total War Rome, but I can't play regularly because my computer. Why do I watch this person play video games? Because I like, because it's entertaining, right? It's more about the video game for me than about the YouTuber. I like history. I like to see uma batalha histórico, and that's the game really. So that to me is interesting to see something that you read about or know about in history, to see it happening in a game. I love that. So that's why I do it. I don't know anyone. I had a young student, I think he was maybe 12, who watched YouTubers play video games, but I don't know anyone personally who watches video games. I imagine my brother does, but I've never actually asked him that. But he's a bigger video gamer than me. Um, why do you think people like to watch others play video games? Por que você acha pessoas gostam assistir outras pessoas jogando video games? So I'm not going to go into this one too much. I want to just let you think about it in English. Why do you think people like to watch other people play video games? Do you consider watching video games to be significantly different than watching people play sports? Por que sim, por que não? Se você considera assistir videogames para ser significativamente diferente que assistir pessoas jogando esportes. Basicamente, está diferente, significativamente, assistir as pessoas jogando videogames ou as pessoas mesmos jogando esportes, ou jogando esportes mesmos, né? É isso. Put the mesmo in the wrong place. But is it significantly different to be entertained by watching people play video games versus watching people play sports? You could play video games yourself. Why watch the video game being played? Why not go play the video game? Same with sports, though. When you're watching people play a sport, you can just go play it outside. Go. So, what are the reasons there? You think what's going on? What's very different? What's the same about the motivation between watching video games and watching actual sports? Um, of course, this is related to esports. Watching people play a sports game, right? Now, there are many video games that are not about sports. And you can't. If you watch someone play Grand Theft Auto, I guess one answer would be, well, I can't go out. I don't have a PlayStation. I can't play Grand Theft Auto. I don't have the console. I don't have the system. Also, I cannot go outside and beat people up and kill people on the street. So, yeah. The next question. Do you think esports is an appropriate term for video games? Se você acha que o nome esports é um nome apropriado para jogar videogames? Porque sim, porque não? Do you think it's an appropriate name? Do you think it should be? This was the topic in Brazil that was getting hot recently, right? I mean, this is February, mid-February 2023. I think maybe a month ago there was topics on the news about esports being educational, being technology, being actual sports. So I guess the next question would be what are sports? What constitutes a sport? Is it physical activity? Is it competition? Is it winners and losers? Is it offense and defense? What exactly does that word mean, sports, and what changes if we put the letter E in front of it? Is it significantly different? Is it something entirely different? So, what do you think? How have video games changed in your lifetime? Como os videogames mudaram na sua vida? No seu vida. How have video games changed in your lifetime? When I was younger, it was, well, when I was being born, it was Nintendo Entertainment System, the original Nintendo. When I was video game playing age, what does that mean? I don't know, 7, 8 years old, Nintendo 64, then PlayStation 2, or Sega Dreamcast, PlayStation 1 was right around that time too. PlayStation 2. So far, just the graphics between Nintendo 64 and PlayStation 1. Graphics. Graphics. Between PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2, graphics, and Xbox. Graphics between Xbox and PlayStation 1 to PlayStation and PlayStation 2 to PlayStation 3, Xbox 360. No, no, no. It wasn't just the graphics. It was online. Online. The gameplay now changed significantly. It wasn't you have to have people in your room playing with you. It was online. You play with other people, which really scared the shit out of our parents. Que assustou, que bem assustou nossos pais. But it was not so bad. Now there's virtual reality. Now there's interactions that you can make in video games that are much more profound than before. But there you go. And our final question: if you had, se você tivesse ou se você tem uma criança, what would you say if they wanted to study or train at video games, or to become a professional video gamer? Se você tivesse ou se você tem uma criança, o que você falaria se eles te contassem que eles queriam ser um videogamer profissional ou que eles queriam estudar videogames na universidade, não como criar, mas jogar, né, para talvez sacar uma bolsa, treinar para receber uma bolsa para ir à universidade em videogames. So the professionalization, right? The hey, mom, dad, I'm very good. I want to be a professional video gamer. When I was a child, my parents would have, laughed. Maybe today it's the same. I have a 3-year-old girl. She doesn't play video games yet. But what would I say to her if she told me I want to be good at this? I want to be professional. People are really good at this. I want to be that. The same way a child might look at Michael Jordan or any NBA player and go, wow, I want to be there. Look at a musician and say, I want to perform. I want to do that. What would you say? What would I say? I have no fucking idea, man. She's only 3. I think I would do this. I would say, okay, here's what you got to do. Here are the obviously she might be familiar or know or see the fun parts, right? You see Michael Jordan slam dunk, great, that's awesome. But do you know what he does Monday morning, Monday afternoon, Monday night, Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, Monday through Sunday? No time off, no breaks. You want to do that? Let's do it. Let's start small. Let's start with a basic game system. You want to practice? Okay, let's take it for real. I think I would do that with sports too, normal sports. You want to be in the WNBA? Okay, let's do it. But it's going to be painful. You got to wake up before anybody else because you got to be the best. You can't just be another person playing, right? You told me you want to be in the WNBA. You got to wake up first. You got to practice longer and harder and smarter. So I think I would have a realistic conversation about what I understand or have her do it. Hey, you tell me, what do you need to do to become a professional gamer so we can start? And then maybe the dream dies there. Maybe it gets bigger. So that's our topic for today at the English Language Learning Podcast. Please inscrever, subscribe, leave a comment, leave a criticism, emoji, whatever. Leave me something, and I'll get back to you. Leave me a response in English. Practice with me, and I will get back to you. So you have this as a resource. That's the intention.